We actually want to try and make some money off this land. Went to Tasmania, ticked that off the bucket list, but also got inspired.
It's hard to believe I have a 21-acre property and I don't even have a tractor. We actually had a flood come through out the back, so this is the window that I need to fix. Ruth's terrified of snakes. She had an incident here with a brown snake.
Lily and I are currently going for a walk because she is a little bit whingy this morning, and this is like the best thing to do when she's not happy. So we're actually, when I say this, I mean putting her in the carrier and going for a walk. It's like calms her straight away. But I'm just going for a little walk out here in the garden, get some fresh air, and then I'm taking the kids to the shops today because I have to get a few things, and Blaine's actually working on the farm, so he's doing that stuff. There's heaps of stuff that needs to be fixed around the house. We've got to fix a glass window, and yeah, I'll let him fill you in on that stuff. But for now, I'm just walking around and enjoying the beautiful garden and the beautiful scenery around here. I did actually really miss this farm, I have to say. And it's nice to be back. Hey Lil. So we just kind of do laps around and around, and she really enjoys the peace and quiet. We had a really good sleep last night. She had her first night in the toddler bed and it actually worked really well. She only woke like twice, and the rest of the time she was sleeping and she was really settled. So I think that's a good thing. I think that definitely helps having her in her own bed, because we've pretty much spent the last few months with her sleeping in between us on a double bed, and let me just say, it was nice to have the space, and we all got a better sleep because of it. So today on my job list as well, I've actually got to go and exchange a coffee machine. The coffee machine that we have is currently not working, so I've got to go and change that. It's under warranty, so it should be fine to change that over, but I'm going to do that. And then I've also got to contact a few people because we need some farming equipment. We actually want to try and make some money off this land, so hopefully we can grow some kind of produce. I'm not even sure what yet, but we'll fill you guys in. If you've got any suggestions, let us know. We'd love to hear your thoughts and advice if you've got any. But yeah, looking forward to getting it all going and starting to make this farm actually work. We've been on this property for 7 years, and in that 7 years we've had all these dreams of making it into this amazing farm, but we've just never had the time or the means to do it. So now we kind of feel like we're in a position where we're having a bit of a break from traveling, not long because we can keep going and doing small trips, but whilst we're back in the house we have this renewed sort of inspiration to make a really cool little farm out of the property. So it's funny how things work. Like, we went to Tasmania and we got totally inspired to get our farm up and running and to get it actually working, so that we can A, feed ourselves from the land, and B, maybe make some money from it. So yeah, it's funny how things work. We wanted to go traveling, we went to Tasmania, ticked that off the bucket list, but also got inspired to come back to our property and make this into something special as well. So anyway, just sharing a little bit of my thoughts at the moment. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to keep walking around, and then you'll catch up with Blaine in a minute when he's starting to do his bits and bobs around the house. Here come the puppies. Hello, Ringo. 1, 2, 3.
So everyone's going to change over the coffee machine. Lucky for us that it's still under warranty. I'm going to stay on the farm and get a few jobs sorted that need doing. I need to put something on this window because the glass guys are all busy at the moment and they're predicting rain, so I really need to get that sorted. And I'm actually pretty happy with how the mowing's turned out. I'm finally getting the property back on track. It's hard to believe I have a 21-acre property and I don't even have a tractor. That's something that's going to come up real soon. I need to get that sorted. I need a slasher on the back. I'm very lucky to have a friend next door with a tractor, and whenever I'm in desperate need of a slashing of the property, he does come over and help me out, so I'm very grateful for that. But yeah, I just do everything on the 0 turn. Even in the paddocks it takes way too long, and it's probably not ideal for the actual 0 turn because of wear and tear. But yeah, I've got all the whippersnipping to do yet, as you can see. But yeah, I've tackled all this. Veggie garden's next. I need to get that planted out. All that's got to be whippersnipped in there. It's looking good. Yeah, so I'm very happy with that. But my next issue is finding some board or something to put over this window. I know there's old sheets of glass in the garage here that when I bought the property were left. I'm not sure if any of those will be to size, and yeah, I'm not sure how you cut glass. I know you can get those like Stanley knife that are real sharp that you just keep dragging along it. But yeah, maybe that's something I should have a look at trying to get. But I'll check in the garage and see what I can find. So I'm in the old garage and there's so much stuff in here. We've stored all the stuff out of the house, plus everything that was already in here. There was even stuff in here when I bought the property, like this old fridge that is not working, but it was here when I bought the property. There's the glass that I was just talking about in this back corner, but it's not going to fit what I need. So that's a shame that the glass isn't going to fit. So I need to find some board or something just to temporarily fix it before the rain comes. Look at the mess in here. This is old aerial points, or they're new aerial points for TVs. There's boxes of screws. There's everything in this man shed that so drastically needs a tidy up. We actually had a flood come through out the back, and it just came through the garage and pretty much wet everything, and yeah, it wasn't ideal. So that's another job that I'm going to get to, because I want to sort all this out. I actually want to turn this into like a little living area. Like I was planning on having a kitchen in here and a little bathroom up that end, just like a one big living room with a bed in there, something that I could maybe give Bailey to live in. So yeah, it's actually quite a big area. It's a double garage, and then it's got this room on the back. So that's something else that'll be happening. So I've got board up here. So that board up there I'm a bit reluctant to use because it's like something like 150 bucks a sheet or something. So they're actually really good sheets that I can use still. So I would prefer to find something else that I can use just to temporarily fix that. I've got lino up there. I was thinking of nailing that on and doing something, but yeah, I need to find something. So this is the window that I need to fix. It is probably the worst design window I've ever seen. This house is actually like a 100-year-old plus dairy shed that's been converted into a house. It was done before we bought it. Inside, the floor slowly slopes down from when it was a dairy and they'd hose out and all the water would just have free run. So yeah, it's a strange feeling when you first come into the house. You can notice it, but once you get used to it, it's not an issue. So yeah, it used to be an old dairy, and the window, they put bay windows in, but they come out in line with the gutter, so that when the gutters fill up and they can't cope, the water just becomes a bit of an issue. So it's actually rotted out the windows. They were like that when we bought the place. All the, like, as you can see here, it's rotted out. So I need to replace all this. Not all the windows are like that. It's just these two, the bathroom window and the bedroom window, where they have a bay window. The other windows are all in good condition. It's literally, you can see here, that's the gutter and that's the window. So any rain that comes off that gutter just sits on that timber down here and just rots it out. So I'm going to pull this plastic off. I don't really have anything to cover this window at the moment, unless I go and buy something, which I'm just going to make do with what I've got and clean the gutters out, so when it does rain we don't have it coming inside. It's not pretty, guys, but I've used sarking, builder's sarking that they wrap houses in before they clad them. It's pretty much all I had laying around, so it's just a temporary fix just in case it does rain, the water will hit it and not just completely go inside. There it is. I've taken all roof sunlight. She's not going to be happy with that, but gotta do what you have to do. Next job is I've got to mow around the fire pile up the back where I just put all the palm leaves and any cardboard and stuff like that. It's very overgrown with grass, so I need to quickly get that down so I can start moving some of this excess debris, all this kind of stuff. That's the pool up there, guys. Look how many palms are in that. The pool has just gone to like a swamp. I actually need to get some chemicals into the pool and get that sorted as well. I'm not too fussed at the moment because it's winter here, so I'd rather wait till it gets a bit closer to summer and then I can bring it back. I've done it before when it was a lot worse than this, and surprising, it comes up, but it's just a mess up here. So yeah, heaps of whippersnipping and tidying up the palms and just bringing it back to what it should look like. This area is actually amazing up here in summer when it's all clean and the gardens are sorted. There's probably other old videos of this pool area when it was in action, and check it out because yeah, it's one of my favorite spots. Something else that I'm in two minds about is I've got these 2 jacaranda trees at the front of the house. They look amazing when they're flowering. Such an awesome color. But the problem is they have these little like fine leaves that drop all over the car, and they actually can leave brown stains on the car, and they get into every little nook and cranny. So they're a nightmare in that aspect, but they do keep the house a bit shaded in summer. But I am seriously considering cutting them down because this house is a very dark house. We have trees everywhere around the house and it's too expensive to get them all cut down. Like they're those big straight ghost gums. They're a little bit too close to the house in some areas, so I definitely will at some point get them cut down off the farm. These 2 jacaranda trees here, as you can see, I have a solar hot water unit on the roof. Take a lot of the sun off that. So yeah, I'm seriously thinking that I might just have to sacrifice those 2 trees to create more light and protect the cars a bit. I've got more here, there's more there. They're actually everywhere on the property, so that's one good thing. If I didn't have many, I probably would leave those 2 because they, like I said, they do look amazing when they flower. But for now, I'm on the mower. Hopefully this thing starts and quickly get around that fire pile. That was hard work, but I got through it. This is the finished product. Well, it's not finished, I've just knocked the top off it. Gives me access to my fire pile, and then also Ruth has to get to that fence there to get to the horses. For you guys that don't know, Ruth's terrified of snakes. She had an incident here with a brown snake, which, as a lot of you would know, is probably the 2nd deadliest snake in the world. So yeah, we do get a lot of snakes here, and that's kind of why I keep the grass pretty much like a carpet, so when we're walking along we can see it. The dogs are onto everything around here. As you guys know, since we've been back, the grass is so long and she's not really enjoying going outside. She likes it around the house now that it's all mowed, but this area she didn't want to go down to the horses because she was a bit scared, so that's fair enough. I've sorted that out. Now I've got a very important job before everyone else gets home. I've got my real farm manly job, and that is hanging out the washing. So I better get in there and get that sorted. It's not a bad outlook from up here actually. about halfway up this mountain right at the back is our land as well. So it comes all the way around, up past the house, and then down to the front main road. So as we've said before, 21 acres. We've got 14 usable acres where I could like crop out and do things, and the rest is pretty much all rainforest out the back there in that mountain that I just showed you guys. So my next challenge is, it won't be today, but I'm going to tackle that veggie garden and start getting the veggies going, so we've got crops of our own supplies and really focus heavy on that. I've worked away a lot of the time, as a fair few of you guys know. I did fly in, fly out work, and now that I'm back and I'm not really going anywhere, I want to focus really hard on making this property a workable property where we can get our own supply of food and maybe make some money off it somehow. I'm still looking into doing that. I've got no machinery. I need like a good tractor with attachments and things, so that's something that I'll be looking into. I've got that cheap zero turn that I use to mow the lawns and everything. When I say cheap, it was second hand and it was such a good price, I jumped on it. So the house actually has a lot of old stained glass windows. They're actually quite amazing, but the problem is, like I've just said, the windows pretty much need replacing because it's such an old house, and it'd be a bit of a shame to lose the stained glass window look, but it's a bit of a dying trade, I've been told. I have cracks in some windows from mowers and other things that have happened, and the thing is, you can't get it replaced. No one really does it anymore. I've looked up on the internet how to do it, and I think you'd have to have a lot of time on your hands to make stained glass windows. So it's all just soldered together. Like you can see that these ones have been patched from the original owners, but yeah, like pretty amazing old windows. I really like them, but unfortunately I think I'm gonna lose them at some point, which is a bit of a disappointment.
We are home. I'm just actually currently looking at cameras to purchase because this one that we are filming on at the moment is almost at its end. It's like falling apart. So we need to get a new camera. I'm also looking at drones because I really would like to take some cool shots of the farm and just the local area. So yeah, I'm looking at drones and cameras online.
And you just bought me back a present, didn't you?
I did. I got a coffee machine.
A brand new coffee machine. I'm excited, guys. We actually got that replaced, and that's actually Ruth actually swapped it for a different brand. The old one was under warranty still, so with 1 month to go. How unusual is that? Normally it's 1 month out of warranty. That's always the case with everything, but she swapped it for a different brand because that was the second time we'd had issues with the other one, and I'm gonna try it out.
I'm really looking forward to trying this coffee machine out.
Well, here I go.
And this basically, you just decide how much coffee you want, whether it's a double, a single.
Well, that's better because the old one used to shut off.
Yeah.
And it was always too early.
And then you have to do it again. Oh. So this one you can literally go, wow, I think that's going to be enough. And, so that should be enough for me. And then you just turn it off.
Okay.
That's probably like a trickle. It's probably too much for me.
Frother.
Milk goes in, and then I want my cream on top. Ta-da! Now all I need is chocolate sprinkles, but we don't have any, so.
Looks good.
Cheers. One under it. On the bottom string. Not that one. This one.
Got your new kitchen out, Lil. Hey? The fire truck. Careful. Got the...
It should sound like this.
Okay guys, that's where I'm going to end the vlog for today. I hope you've enjoyed it. Hopefully I sleep tonight with all the coffee that I've had from that coffee machine. They're quite amazing. So give the video a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to live, love and respect. Bye.